3 months to the day of the Uvalde school shooting, the school board announced the firing of school police chief Pete Arredondo. He had been placed on leave nearly a month after the shooting. Then the school board moved towards his termination in July. Arredondo has been criticized for his handling of the tragic event. Arredondo and his attorney were not present at last night's meeting.
During day 2 of Michelle Barrientes Vela's public corruption trial, a witness described the former constable as a bully with a badge. Testimony centered around an incident that happened around the Easter holiday in 2019. Barrientes Vela's defense team called the incident a misunderstanding. Testimony continues this morning.
Today, the Department of Justice is expected to present the magistrate judge with their proposed redactions to the affidavit that led that judge to authorize the FBI raid of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. It will then be up to the magistrate to decide which parts, if any, of that document should be released to the public.
President Biden is sending major financial relief to more than 40 million Americans who could see their student loan debt reduced or in many cases erased completely. $10,000 in federal student loans are canceled for most borrowers, that amount going up to $20,000 for Pell Grant recipients. The president is also extending a pandemic-era pause on federal student loan payments until the end of the year.
Gun safety activists are celebrating a new Biden administration rule that went into effect yesterday. The Justice Department has changed the federal definition of a firearm to include so-called ghost guns. Those are the hard-to-trace, unregulated weapons often sold in kits. Under the new definition, ghost guns are now treated the same as traditional firearms.
A major legal victory for the widow of former NBA star Kobe Bryant in her fight over graphic photos from the day of Kobe and their daughter Gianna's deaths. A jury has awarded $31 million in damages to Vanessa Bryant and co-plaintiff Christopher Chester, whose wife and daughter also died in the helicopter crash in 2020.
The Biden administration taking another step to try and preserve the Obama-era Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, also known as DACA. It allows certain undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children to remain and work in the country. Yesterday, the Department of Homeland Security announced that finalized rule, which aims to continue the original DACA policy and takes effect on October 31st.
America's hot job market has been even hotter than we all thought. The Labor Department just released revisions of jobs numbers in the first 3 months of this year. It says employers added 462,000 more jobs than previously reported.
Americans are cutting back a bit when it comes to pets. Retailer Petco says people are still buying pet food, but have slowed down on buying supplies and pets themselves. Sales growth hit 3%, the slowest since early last year. And that's today's 9 at 9.